Okay guys, so in this video I'm gonna teach you how to basically bring your game back to normal in this FORTNITEMARES if it's not going your way. I'll give you some tips and tricks, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Okay, so the first tip is you're gonna want to go to settings, then you want to go to accessibility. Now let's just pretend I've never had it like this before. Bam. Alright. So first thing you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to find Trianotope. There's a bunch of others. Go Trianotope. Then you're gonna want to go set your colorblind strength to 10. All this stuff you don't want to mess around with. But another thing I use is visualize sound effects. This allows you basically to see sound effects that you don't really like. It's like see the sound effects. It'll show signals, show footsteps. It's really cool. Alright, that's out of the way. Let's get into the video. So the first thing I'm going to show you is reasons to switch to Builder Pro if you play on console, or switch to PC. Okay, so Builder Pro. Now, if you're good on Combat Pro, I recommend you stay there. But if you're debating on why you should switch to Builder Pro, hear me out. Alright, listen. I didn't really build that much, and if you're in this type of area where you didn't really build that much, I recommend this is the time for you to switch to Builder Pro. I didn't build that much, and I didn't really notice a difference. But trust me, there's a difference. Builder Pro, all you have to do is just hit one button, and it automatically plays that. Without unlike Combat, where you just have to hit a button twice or so. Now, that Combat may sound easier in some cases, like you're placing a pyramid instead of a stair. But hear me out. These are reasons why you shouldn't do that. It's very easy to mess up. Now, this may be because I'm hardcore on Builder Pro, but I mean, I've tested this with a lot of people, and they're thanking me for telling them to go Builder Pro. This includes my cousin, a bunch of my cousins and friends. They're thanking me on me suggesting that they go to Builder Pro, because it just really helps you out, and honestly, it makes a huge difference. And you see these 90s, they're not that well, but I mean, I'm just gonna crank them. But like, guys, this is the stuff that you can get. Now, let me show you my 90s with Combat Pro. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you my 90s with Combat. Now hear me out. I haven't played in Combat in a while, but still, let me show you them. Okay. See how easy it is for me to mess up? See guys, that's just how easy it is for me to mess up. I was only able to build one thing, and then I have to like build the floor there. It just is harder for me on Combat. But now I'm gonna show you why you should switch to Combat in some cases. So thinking about all that, when tunneling on Builder would be like this. Like, I mean, unless you want to go a bunch of different stuff here, I don't know what you're going for. Now, yes, you could easily do this on Builder, but on Combat, to me, it's just easier without accidentally placing a floor in front of you. So, this really does depend on what it's easier. For me, it's easier on Combat, but once again, on Builder, if you want to be a 90 cranker, then I don't know what that meant. But if you want to crank 90s and get warmed up, go on Builder. If you want to play competitively, go on Combat. But personally, I choose Builder, no matter what. But one thing is for sure, you better not be picking old school, because if you do, I'm hurt, and I will hunt you down. That's a lie, that's a lie. Nope, I will not hunt you down. Don't take that seriously. Nope. Now I'm gonna tell you why you should switch, if you're on Control or any other platform, why to switch to PC. Alright, so I've played on keyboard for a good time to understand how much. I never really streamed doing it, but I have played on it. The only reason I've streamed on it is because I lost a lot of views when I did it, and I sucked. But now I actually know, right? So since my keyboard isn't on me right now, I'm just gonna show you. Alright, so the differences between mouse and keyboard is, alright, think about this. 8 people on console were qualified for the Fortnite World Cup. Sounds great, right? Well, the rest were mostly on mouse and keyboard, if not all of them. And none of the console players were double qualified. Now that may not sound like a big difference, but it is. Alright, so you see what happens. Console, the difference is you can't build that fast for all those new people that don't know what they're watching, and they're probably just watching someone watch a Fortnite about video and being like, why are you watching this? So, on console, you can't really build as fast as people on PC. And that is a big difference, because the only reason why people basically play this game is for building. And without building, this game kind of just turns into any other battle royale game. But no, this game offers building. So then you may be asking, then why does any other game add building to it? Because you just can't. No one does it like Fortnite does it. And basically, if you can't build as fast as other people, it creates a disadvantage. And yeah. I mean, there were a lot of great controller players playing in the World Cup, playing in the qualifiers, but none of them better than like FaZe, Mega, who did well, Tfue, and this is kind of just because he won. But Booga, he actually was on console too. And guys, Booga was on console, and he was just like anyone else on console. But then he made the switch, and he was good. So, unlike anyone, if I were you and you could afford it, and I don't even care if you're like me and you've been playing on console for a long time. You don't even have to get an expensive PC to do it. If you play on PS4, or I don't know if they allow this on Xbox or Xbox, go ahead and do it there. Plug in a keyboard and try it for like a week. Feel a bit rusty. You have small hands like me, that's why I don't do it. But if you feel a bit rusty on it, watch some videos. It's keybinds. I usually have a few changes on my keybinds. But yeah, guys, that's tip number 2 or 3, I think. Okay, so this is why you need to learn floor, ramp, wall. Right. So let's practice. Floor, ramp, wall. See that? Floor, ramp, wall. Now this is for Builder Pro. So if you play on Builder Pro, you're gonna want to do this. R1. Just practice that. Just practice that and try to get faster and faster. Just do that. And if this is difficult for you, place a stair, wall, stair, wall, stair, wall, stair, wall. And in between those 2 stairs, you're gonna wanna, but that's once you get good at it. Now, if I wanted to, I could probably just do this in 1 click. Now, that's a lie, but I can make it look like in 1 click. Since I haven't played this game in a while, it's not. I'm just gonna mess up a few times. So yeah, guys, you need to learn that, because without learning that, you can get shot down way too easily. It's basically alright, let me grab a gun. Alright. A guy with a gray SMG. Now I'm gonna build up. All the way up. And it's so easy for them to break you down. Now, remember that thing I taught you earlier when you just do this, do that, do this, do that? Not that hard to break down either. Now, there's some logic behind that. You could place a wall, or you could, if you have you could break this down, simply go for the stair break, or you could just, or just keep sitting the wall. You might want to experiment yourself with that, but to me, there's a difference. Yeah, I don't know why I kept recording, but let me get the right one. So I just learned they might have patched it, but still, this one kinda gives you motion blur. If you look closely, you can kind of see the different characters spinning in that one part. So, yeah, so this kind of gives you motion blur, kind of looks cool. So if you kind of just want to get that little noticeable thing, I guess you can get that with, it's called, let's get there, low exposure. Alright, so next tip. Okay guys, so this is how to win a box fight. So when I'm after a fight and I'm healing up, a lot of you guys, well, I'm not sure if you guys are trying to come into my box. So from your perspective, you're trying to SMG and then build a stair in front of me. But this is what it allows me to do. So unless this is some whole trick, what I could just do is edit this and then go bam. But then there is a way to counter this, and I'm going to show you how. So the first thing you could do to counter this is to do this. Build a stair. Now, you might be thinking this. All you have to do is simply build a wall, take the edit here, because I'll be too busy going out here. Take the edit there. You go bam. Now, this won't 100% work. Build 2 walls right here, build 2 walls right there, build 2 walls right there. If you're or whoever's down there is getting ready to pop up, and go bam on them. Now, that may sound difficult, but I'm going to show you step by step. Okay, so as I'm in here, from my perspective, I could sort of see through this wall, and I've been noticing this change, and this is a major difference. So this is why this thing is mainly effective, and is so effective, and it also allows you to not have your weapon blocked in the way, and how much you jump. Alright, here, let's start. Okay, so when you're outside of the box taking a couple shots at them, make sure you stay around this area, and then build a stair, and build 1, 2, 3, 4, and if you can, add on a couple walls. This way, they won't know which direction you're coming from. So they come up, and you build this. Build that. So, let's review. So, the way to counter this is basically, I can't tell which way you're coming from, but I can tell from your stair. So this is what I do. I come up, but you already blocked it, and that's what I forget. So I try to break, and you're right here, and you're going bam. Now the reason why I said this is just because you could do this on any side, you could do this on every side, depending on if they give you time. But wherever you put the stair, I recommend you do it. I just didn't do that there. This also allows you to already take the high ground on them. Now if they sweat on you and go this gives you already the perfect opportunity to strike. Now the only way they can counter this is by going bam right here. But that is almost impossible to happen if you just build. Which leads us into our next thing on why you should be aggressive. So when you're being aggressive, it automatically just makes you amazing. Like, being aggressive is how I learned how I can get high kill games. So what I did is, like, basically, one day I just hopped into arena, and playing arena really helped me out because I was vicious for those points, so I would do anything I could. Now, some of you may be too sensitive to play arena with your points, and I understand that. If not, hop into a pubs game, which is what I was like for a limited amount of time. and just push everyone you see. What this will do is allow you to play with players below your skill and see how they play and compare them to players you play. You're gonna want to play every player like they're super good, like they're ninja. Play every player like that, right? Because doing that will help you become more aggressive. So that'll be the last tip. The last tip, if we reveal, will be to fight every player like they're ninja. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.